is it a case of more lies this time about the appearance of Prince Harry at the late funeral of His Royal Highness the Duke of Edinburgh? Hi, good morning. Neil Sean here in the heart of London. Thank you as ever for your company. Keep those subscribers going. We're getting a huge community building and it is really nice to have your company. I love all of the comments that you keep putting back on. Lovely to see where you're all coming from as well. There was a lovely comment from a lady who said we don't get much here in South Africa. I don't know whether that's a compliment or not, but whatever. Thank you for watching. Now back to your royal story. Now, as you know, it was a rather fractious time when Prince Harry returned for the very sad funeral of His Royal Highness the Duke of Edinburgh way back in April. For me, the really heartbreaking picture was, of course, of Her Majesty the Queen sitting all alone, masked up, with no family around her. It was particularly heartbreaking, that one. However, moving forward with the story, there is a new rumour going around that when Prince Harry came back to London for that sad funeral, he'd only decided to book a one-way ticket. Now let me just dispel this particular story simply because that's not true. The true story is this. Once, of course, he'd arranged to work out the period that he could come back to England, and this is all because of the time of self-isolation, all that sort of stuff. He had to have at least 7 days in Frogmore Cottage. All of those details through security were booked with the American airline network. Now, everybody's saying, oh, well, he had this open-ended ticket. No, he didn't. There's a time span on the ticket. And a small investigation through American Airlines can actually find that particular information if you want. Plus the fact, let me point out, that when the royal family travel, even though he's now not a member of the royal family as such, the Metropolitan Police pick up his security the minute he lands back in England. Not only that, the ticket itself then needs to be whipped through as you go through Heathrow, for speed. If you remember, he was driven onto the tarmac, that sort of stuff. He still has those privileges because of where he is within the monarchy, like it or not. So to claim that basically he didn't know when he was going to return because he was hoping to reconnect with the family is not true. But as ever, we like to bring you those stories first here on the channel. What really happened was he'd already decided when he wanted to go back, and that's simply because Meghan Markle, who at the time was expecting their baby daughter, wanted him back pretty pronto, and that was the reason, allegedly, why she couldn't travel with him. You can see how this story's unfolded, but of course the tabloid version does play out a little bit better, particularly if you're trying to sell books. Neil Sean in the heart of London.